trap. Welcome to the trap.
Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
Let's go. Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Protect.
Welcome back to Zen Trap Travel ZTT. We got another special episode for you. I'm one of your two hosts, Yogi LG.
Zen P.
All right, tell them what we got for them today, Zen P.
So today on Zen Trap Travels, we are reviewing Egypt, specifically Cairo.
Cairo, Egypt.
I would say it was probably a short stint there, so not a ton of information, but definitely enough. I think I definitely hit the hot spots that most people would want to hit, other than like one. But it was a really quick trip. I'm glad I altered my schedule and got it fitted in. It was amazing. It was amazing. If we kind of start with just some stuff that was I guess, like unexpected, because I don't know. Do you know a lot about Egypt? Because I didn't know a lot about Egypt going into
I
it.
don't know a lot about Egypt, but besides probably what's on mass stream media and anything I've learned via religion. So I was just about to jump into that. Do you have any preconceived notions about Egypt or what you thought it was going to be like? Did you have any of that?
Not really. Like when I say like none, other than knowing that the pyramids was there and people go
Yeah.
visit, and that I knew it's like some certain cultural rules around religion and Islamic and Muslim culture. I knew the very basics, if not even anything like below that. I really had to do a lot of Googles just to even make sure. I guess I was in the right. Just didn't want to make sure I offended anybody.
Did
Not
you look like Islamic with the
unintentionally.
beard and stuff? Or
Yeah, I
kind of
got
blend in?
told by like multiple people. Like most people came to me speaking Arabic, and then
Yeah.
um, a couple of them said I looked like I was from like North Egypt or something. Like I don't know the name of the
Okay, all
cities or
right.
something. I was
My
like, oh
Egyptian
yeah,
brother.
yeah, nah, sorry, brother. Malaikum salam. Um, but it was cool. It was very interesting. It was, like I said, it was very. I ain't gonna say that was kind of spontaneous, but super last minute too. I'm glad I fitted it in. It So I got an Airbnb, and I got like a room in an
Okay.
Airbnb. And the first of all, just with the currency, they do what is it called? Egyptian. Let me look that up real quick. But either way, the dollar is worth a whole lot there. Like it is a very I would say impoverished country. I did learn that you do me a favor and look up the population in
Okay.
Egypt and the population in Cairo.
All right.
I'm gonna
Cool.
look up the currency because that was very shocking to me.
The
So it's the
population.
Egyptian pound. Yes, the
Okay.
population. So let me see if I can switch this. So the name of the currency is the Egyptian pound, and then if I go,
The population is 102 million. Whoa, that's low.
what for all of
Hmm.
Egypt
Yeah, that's all of Egypt.
and the
In
population for
Cairo
Cairo?
is 9.54 million, and that's in 2017.
You think that's low?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well I guess
Wait, 100. I'm sorry. How big is Egypt? I don't know nothing about Egypt. Now that we looking at it.
what's the population of like Atlanta or something? And $1 is equal to almost 19.6 Egyptian pounds. So you're almost getting like 1 to 19.
Oh yeah, that's wild.
It's wild. So of course they take US dollars for stuff. They would love to get a dollar. It's a lot of haggling going on.
Yeah, you're right. That's huge.
What's the population of Atlanta?
That's huge.
Yeah, I'm like, you just
I
acting
was
like
thinking in my mind, I was thinking that there was like 7 billion people in Georgia, and there's like 7 million people in Georgia.
7 billion.
Yeah, I was tripping. But I think how many people in the world? Like 7 billion, right? 8 billion or something like that. World population.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
either way, it is a lot of people in Cairo, but it don't really look like it to me when you kind of like look at it. Just because everything's so spread out and they got like all the houses are kind of like on top of each other and going up.
Yeah,
So yeah, somebody pointed that out to me about the population, and I was like, "Yo, that is
population is
wild. That
crazy.
is so many people here."
Yeah,
But yeah, when I first got there, it was like I took a I got transportation set up through the Airbnb, and like I said, I had this room that was rented, and I stayed in this neighborhood that was like by these embassies, right by the
you were staying by the
oh my
U.S.
god,
embassy. Was you worried?
no, not the U.S. embassy. It was like the Russian
Oh,
embassy and some other embassy, but it was just embassy. So everybody was saying like the neighborhood is safe. You can walk around whenever you want at like night and stuff. Um, it was really close to the Nile and the bridge and like bridges that go across the Nile. It was close to the Egyptian Museum. The Four Seasons and the Ritz Carlton were very close hotels. So it felt like a really good neighborhood, but just the area itself in Cairo and just a lot of the stuff I saw was like, again, like extremely impoverished. It looked like I ain't gonna lie, it looked like a war zone or something there. Like it looked like it
jeez.
was like trash in the streets. It's like all these like cars and old motorcycles, and like all the cars look like cars from like 2006 and stuff. Like it looks crazy, and
Yeah,
like the outsides of them paint is beat up and stuff. And that has to be one of the wild. And I mean, I've heard stuff about places like I guess like India, which I've never been to, and some other places, but that was hands down the wildest driving place I've ever seen. They don't
oh yeah.
even stay in the lines; like they just drive, swerving. And then I had to learn from the dude that checked me in and some of his friends. They was like showing me around, and we had to just literally like walk through the streets and stuff. You don't like wait for like the traffic either. You kind of just hop out and like let the cars weave past you and stuff. So you out there playing Frogger every day. The shit is
Dang,
crazy. And
that sounds like Vietnam.
he was like, hey, like don't like when you go out there, don't like hesitate either. Like,
Hesitate. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they're expecting you to walk forward, so don't like go backwards. Like, nigga, what?
Hey, I did that exact same thing. I was in the Philippines. No, I was in Vietnam, and I was trying to like we went to like a street market, so they selling all kind of stuff, like everything that say Vietnam. They got some of that on the side of the road, and it was kind of a similar situation. Like if you
Why were you in
hesitate,
Vietnam?
I went for work.
No.
Yeah. Um, if you hesitate, it's the same type of thing. Like you gonna cause a wreck if you hesitate. You just need to go.
It was wild. It was like so they
Crazy.
pretty much driving like go karts. They always got their foot on the brake. They always like bumper to bumper and stuff, and they are flying down these roads, just weaving and stuff. It is crazy. It was dumb hot. So a lot of people
Oh,
not really out during the day like that, but as soon as it starts getting like cooler at night, everybody's out. It's people on the bridge trying to get a picture of you on the bridge with like lights and stuff. Everybody's trying to like get tips or sell you on something. Like
it's one of them
everybody's
hustle
looking
bustle type.
hustle bustle, and I hate that so much. Like I do not enjoy that type of stuff. Like if you love to haggle, Egypt, Cairo is your jam. Like they ready to haggle about whatever. If they see you like aren't from around there, they might like at the little stands and stuff because it's almost similar to like New York and those big cities where like every couple feet it's a little type of stand where you can buy snacks or water and stuff. All these like little
Yeah.
stores and stuff, and then the stores in general. But if you don't speak Arabic and stuff and you don't know the money, they might try and tell you a different price. So if you don't like the price, you can just like keep walking or something, or you got to make sure you count your change. One of those countries, I hate that so much, man. Like, but again,
Yeah.
it was good for what it was. But my accommodations, not for the faint-hearted. I tell you that. Like,
Okay.
um, it looked like a horror movie in there, man. Like, if you get scared easy. The light was like flickering. The elevator was made of like wood and like it worked sometimes it didn't. And it was one of those where it'd be like
Oh
stalling. It
boy.
wasn't like no certificate in there. The doors were like these little doors like this that you close and it just go. It was
Like an old
creepy.
school style elevator.
Oh my God. And then like the whole place again, it's like I don't know. It's like the stuff they show on TV sometimes of like the bad areas. It looked like that kind of, and this was like I know one of the like best areas. So it was just like I don't know. It was just shocking to me. And then when I get in there, like it's like an old school fat TV in the living room. The kitchen looked like a trap house. Um, it was like
Me and the
full. It's like a
trap
gas stove with
going
aluminum
down.
foil all over it.
Did you cook while you were there?
Hell no, I ain't cooked nothing.
Hell no.
But it just took a lot. Like the internet was kind of weak a little bit, so I had to get another SIM card just because I was in Africa now. So that was a struggle too. But it was a lot. It was a
All right,
lot.
cool. So tell me about the best food you had while you were there.
Best food was it was between these two places, but I'm gonna just go with Koshery. So Koshery is the name of a like chain there, and it's pretty much like vegan and vegetarian, and it's like they take like almost all these like they only serve like literally like one thing. It's called kosher, I guess, pretty much, and you can get like a small, medium, or large, and it's like noodles, these vegetables, lentils, and all this other stuff, all in a bowl, and then you can put like hot sauce or garlic sauce on it, and that's it. And it's like super good, super fresh, super easy to make. They
Yeah.
got it going quick, so that it was good though. It's like so
Would you
good.
consider that fast food or is it like a sit down type spot?
It's fast food probably, but like you
Oh,
can sit
okay.
down in there, but it's like a chain fast food.
Okay,
Let me make
cool.
sure I get the name right, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called kosher. It fire. It was pretty good, but like,
Fire.
of course, it was another place. Yeah, it's kosher. It was another place that was good too, where they served this like chicken. It was like a chicken and rice type thing with this sauce, almost like a white sauce too. And I think this was like a Albanian restaurant or something.
Oh,
That ish was
nice.
good too. So they got some good like they do good like grilled meats and stuff with like rice and
Yeah.
stuff.
It's
But
like
one dude,
Mediterranean.
yeah. But one dude told me like, hey, don't be eating from like some of them street vendors because he's like, it's a high chance you're gonna get like food poisoning or sick or like diarrhea or something. He said he had came there from Germany and was visiting for like a month or something, and he was like he ate from one of them joints. Next day he was like he was sick for like a week and like bad food poisoning. Like he
Jeez.
had to get some of that like local medicine to try and help and stuff. Like he felt like he was on his deathbed. I was like, damn, I got 3 more days. You scaring me like this?
Good. So did you meet some cool people while you were there?
Yeah. So one of the dudes that checked me in, his name was Marwan. He's from Saudi Arabia. He got a crazy story too, but he's living in Cairo now and doing that job for now until he can get back to Saudi Arabia. But he was pretty much showing me around, and person staying in the room with him was the dude named Eunice. He's half German, half Turkish. He's
Mm.
Muslim too, so both of them spoke Arabic. Eunice spoke like 5 languages or something, and he was just so shocked about how much like world history that I didn't know because he doesn't like world history either. He would say,
Yeah.
and he was just like, "You don't know this." I was like, "Man, America don't teach us nothing but
Nothing.
state. Like
Nothing.
you learn about your state and you learn about U.S. history. We don't
That's it.
learn nothing else." He taught me so much in like 30 minutes from sitting and chilling with them. It
Please tell me
was
what you
like,
learned. Please tell me what you
uh,
learned.
let me see if I got any of the notes because I learned mostly a lot about like Islamic culture. I learned about like um, different geographic areas about people kind of not liking each other and why they don't like each other from history. Learned a little bit about like the English Empire from like ruling some of the stuff because I know you hear a little bit about it, but it's nice to hear it from actual people about some of the wars that they places and territories that they've taken over and stuff like that. Let me see if it's in my computer notes.
When I was in the Middle East, one of the biggest things I learned was about like the Islamic religion and how it kind of split. Like there was like a divide in
Yes,
the religion, which
yes,
means there was a divide in like the areas that people
yes.
lived
He
in.
showed me like they
Yeah,
literally drew a line to split this stuff
yeah,
up. I was like, this is wild. He told me about the
yeah.
Ottoman Empire. You're gonna have to Google that. I don't really
All right,
remember, but
cool,
that's
cool.
something else I wanted to Google.
Ottoman
Um,
Empire.
ah, just a lot. Also, the name of the stuff that I ate that I was talking about was fata.
Okay, that's
Hmm.
a
Um,
kosher.
no, not at koshery. That the
Uh,
chicken and rice and stuff like that.
okay, got you.
But he was like, "This ain't like what did he say?" And it might have been Serbian food. But he was like, "This isn't like authentic fata." I don't think I'm saying this right. Fata. It's FATTAH. Um, yeah, but also a funny thing too. When my driver came and picked me up, we had a funny like little text thread that like I got to show you.
Okay.
I'll post it in here too. But that issue was funny. Him acting excited to pick me up.
Wow, can you believe it?
Story time with LGMP. Story time, story time, story time, story time with LGMP. Story time, story time, story time, story time with LGMP. Story time, story time, story time, story time with LGMP. Story time, story time, story time, story time with LGMP. Story time, story time, story time, story time with LGMP. Story time, story time, story time, story time with
But yeah, they
LGMP.
was cool. Like so again, like them telling me about their different stuff, and then him explaining just like um the stuff he goes through from being like half German and half Turkish, and he was just saying how like a lot of the stuff on the news is not necessarily like true about how they try and make the country look and stuff like that. And he was just telling me about how it is being Muslim in Germany and stuff like that. Just a lot of stuff. So it's
Dang,
nice to go to the different countries and actually get to talk to people
people.
from different countries that
Yeah.
can explain how stuff goes and like their culture, their religion, their areas and stuff like that. Like I love doing that. So that was super dope.
Same. I love doing that too. It makes you feel like you get an authentic country, right? Like
Yeah.
a little small representation of the people that are actually there, and you feel like, oh, I got to know part of their people and their plight and their struggle, their what they enjoy, whatever. So that's really good to dive into that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
because honestly, the dude from Saudi, he was worried about like saying like, well, if I can't really go to America, right? And I was like, yeah, you can come do whatever you want. And he was like, well, no, they're not gonna like me there, right? Like they're gonna treat me different and all that stuff. And I was like, no, I think you good now. Like that was a while ago, maybe where they would have, probably been trying to do like terrorist type vibes, but you're
Nah,
good, bro. I promise. Like you're fine. You speak
yeah,
really good English too. Like
yeah.
you are fine. He's like worried. Like no, I don't think so. I'm telling you, bro. Like we're in, like don't go to like no middle of nowhere, Texas or no middle of nowhere. You'll
But
be fine.
you can go to LA, New
L.A.,
York,
Vegas,
Chicago. Yeah, you could go places
wherever, you'll be
for
fine.
sure. Yeah,
So that was interesting, just hearing like their thoughts on America. Always.
absolutely. So what sites did you see? What adventure did you say
Uh
you enjoyed the most?
so I just
What'd
literally
you do?
had like a day that was like dope. So found a deal online. I used Airbnb, but you can use probably Groupon, TripAdvisor, plenty of different sites these days to find like prices for stuff. Found a package deal to go see the pyramids, do ATVs in the desert, and ride a camel with like a light lunch included for $45. And they
Dang.
pick you up and drop you off. Ish was
Yes.
crazy.
That's
So they picked me up. I'm thinking I'm gonna be a part of a group. But they was like, for them to do like group stuff, they would have had to get like a van, or it's just harder because like the traffic in Cairo. So it was literally just me in a car with the tour guide. It was a driver, the tour guide in the front seat, and me in the back seat, and them ride me around.
you got your own personal tour.
They got
That's
Twinkies in the
hilarious.
back seat and water. I was like, damn, I ain't seen a Twinkie in a minute. He's like, please
Did
eat, my friend, eat. This is for you. Okay. So we
you
go to the
eat the Twinkie?
pyramids. No, I didn't eat the Twinkies. I took them though, just in case I wanted them later. But um, so we go to the pyramids. The pyramids wasn't as packed as I thought it was gonna be. I guess like I picked a good day too, but like tourism was probably down a little bit from like COVID type stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
it was still a crazy good amount of people out there. Walked up on the pyramids. The pyramids are amazing. It's like no words to be able to see the pyramids. Like if you ever get a chance to
Wow.
go see the pyramids, highly recommend it. It's crazy. Um, So we did the pyramids first, and then we like you can tell they've been practicing. They've been doing tours for a minute, so they was like they ready to like try and please you picture wise. Like, what pictures do you want? They got different poses and stuff. Like they trying to get you right. So they
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, go stand up right here, do this. All right, now do your hands like this. All right, now turn around and just walk towards me. Bop, bop, bop. All right, do you like these? Okay, we can do some more. Are there any that you wanted? You want to do the point? You want to do the? I was like, bro, I promise it's gonna be easy. I'm good. I'm cool.
Yeah, I'll lead all that. I'm
I
cool.
don't need all of them. So we went and did that. We saw the Sphinx.
Okay.
We went and did the camel ride next. The camel ride was like not depressing, but it's like you can make yourself sad if you want to in moments like that. But like, you know, the camels out there literally just like all day long. Like they shuffling around. It's kids doing some of the tours too. It's just a lot of people. And then I had to even ask somebody, which they said they don't really care, which I was glad to hear. But like I don't know why. I felt like I felt some type of way when like people come and like dress up in like the Muslim dress with like the stuff and they
Mm.
was like, no, we don't feel no type of way about that. Like, you know, if it's hot, you put that thing on your head, like it's just what you do. It's not like insulting. So I was like, all right, cool. Cause I don't know, it's mainly like, you know, white people too. When white people all out there like dressed all up in it trying to take pictures and stuff. And I was just like, this just looks so stupid.
Cultural appropriation. That's
Cultural
how you
appropriation
feel.
type stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was cool again. Like they give you like some tea. Um uh to get on the camel is tough because the camels are kind of big. Like especially if you ain't getting like a young one, you got like a older big one. The camels are laid down and his feet kind of go inwards, like their legs is a little weird or whatever. So you got to like jump on, and then they tell you make sure you lean back because if you when the camel gets up, it goes forward first because of how its legs
Mm-mm.
been, and it's like if you leaning forward, you gonna fall. So I'm like fuck. So I made sure I leaned back, and it was still hard, but I you know made it. It was a lady getting off the camel I was supposed to get on, and she was short and kind of big. She got stuck like trying to get off, like her leg was trying to come around, and she started screaming like I can't get off. And she's like, just put me back on, just put me back on. This man ran up behind her and just pulled her off like that. She was like, oh, thank you. It was crazy. She
I
was
hope
in
her
pain because
voice
her
sounded
legs was
just
like
like
doing
that.
a split, like stuck on the
Oh.
camel back. Like she got one barely trying to touch the ground and the other one on the camel like butt. And she's like, she in jeans. I was like, damn.
That's tough. That's
Just
tough.
put my leg back. Put it back.
What is this voice you giving her? Like, what is her
She
nationality?
was like, she might have been Philippines or something. She was from like, you know,
Okay.
some I don't know.
Asian country.
Yeah, but she might have been mixed too, something like that. Yeah, very high pitched English, not her first language, probably.
Okay.
So yeah, so the camel is almost like a horse ride. They ride you around, holding it and stuff, and then they take you to an area in front of the pyramid so you can take pictures and stuff. They ask you if you want to keep riding or whatever. Same way, the people taking the pictures know like the stuff to do. They can make the camel do something. They like can put like a rock over your head and make it look like you holding a rock, but they just got the rock in front of a camera. They can like they like ready. They ready.
Yeah.
Um, so rode the camels. That was pretty quick. Then we took a ride to go get food, and he took me to some other shops. He took me to this like wholesale fragrance place. So I guess Egypt is one of the largest wholesalers of like the base fragrances for perfumes and uh, colognes and stuff
Colognes.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they sell a lot of that stuff wholesale. So that was dope. They got a lot of the like oils too. So like argan oil, like different like menthol, like different oils and fragrances for like healing properties and stuff like that. So that was
So,
dope. We went and also they make like little like they blow like glass and stuff. They make like the jars for the perfume and stuff by like hand in there and stuff too. So that was dope to see that.
عشان انا وديت مراتي ليهم طبعا الدكتور قال لي العمليه ب 35,000 جنيه والكلام ده كله وديتها الاشعاعات عملوا لها جواب وراحت جابت جواب من التأمينات اللي هي مش متأمن عليها عملوا لها عمليه.
wow.
قصه جديده.
Dang, that's tight.
Next place we went, which again I didn't even know this was gonna be part of it. He was just taking me to these places. The next place we went to this like hand painting place, but I don't know if they really do them by hand, but they supposed to. So learned about like the is it ukulele? What's the name of that plant? Because
Eucalyptus
it was how yeah I think so. It's how the first paper is made.
paper.
Paper, yeah, they make paper out of this plant.
I don't know.
So out of this eucalyptus plant, they showed me the process for how they make the first paper, which is like that like yellow looking paper. It's like a background where they draw on it and stuff too. But this is
Mm.
how like some of the Egyptians made the first paper, and like it's pretty much like waterproof. It's like super strong. It doesn't really bend. Like you can like erase stuff and keep, and they made this all these years ago, and it's still the toughest, best paper that you can like have in the world, which was crazy. So they pretty much trying to sell you on like handmade Egyptian paintings and stuff in there. It was dope. It was nice to see, especially the presentation on like the actual plant and all the different things that they use it for. So again, that was super dope. Like I said, with the presentation and stuff. Let's see. After that, then we went to get food. We got these little like it was like a shawarma wrap, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Bussin' chicken with some like sauce. Ate that in the backseat on the
Some
way to the
sauce.
ATVs. ATVs was dope too. It was pretty scary though. I'm not gonna lie. So we go to this like little hut somewhere in this neighborhood. It's just me and another dude in front of me. He started riding, saying I gotta follow him, and we starting to ride through this little like neighborhood that in alleys and stuff that looks way more impoverished than the other place. Like it's like donkeys back here and stuff. It smells crazy. It's trash everywhere. It's people walking around, kids playing and stuff, and we just riding through like the mud and stuff. It's wild. We do that for like a 6 minute ride. Then we get to this like gate where this dude asks like, "What's his nationality and name?" to write down on this piece of paper. We go through a gate and then we just end up in the desert with the pyramids in the background somewhere. So we start riding. He taking off. I'm trying to ride too. It is hard as hell to ride in just like sand and
Sand.
stuff. In the areas that's not sand, it's just rocks. So they like if you
Damn.
fall off, like shit gonna hurt. Like you gonna be cut up, scratched up. You gonna hurt. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just riding at like a controlled kind of speed. I ain't really trying to do nothing too crazy just because it's like I'm by myself. If I fuck something up, I'm just fucked up. I got bags to carry and shit. I'm fucked. So I'm just riding. Riding, I'm doing a little fast, a little slow, just, in the mix. So he take me to this like top of this other little dune or whatever where you got the pyramids in the background. He of course got the like photos on deck too. Took some fire pictures. He got to like set up, all right, turn, look at the pyramids, do this, put your arm right here. All right, now turn around, stand on the ATV, do this. All right, now do it's like, damn, y'all get me right. I like this. I ain't got to think about nothing. Then we ride to the middle somewhere, and it's like this like little oasis, but it's really like this little like makeshift bar area that they got in the middle of nowhere. It's like a hut that they built, and it's like a couch in there. Look like a trap house in there too. It's a dude that just got like waters. He's sitting in there smoking cigarettes. They like, yeah, this is our little chill spot. They was trying to teach me a little Arabic. We was just cooling in there for
Nice.
a little bit. Took a couple more pictures.
In
Went
the
back
desert,
out.
crazy. Like you could
Right.
just, there's no lanes. You just, as far as you can see, just sand. Like go,
Same.
whatever.
Wow.
Yeah,
Just driving. We
it's
got to
hard.
some little like road area in there. So of course this is not like the like just like middle of nowhere desert, but you can see that you could get there if you wanted to. So yeah, we went to some more pictures, then we rode back, and then I was glad. Like that was a long day, but it was good. You did all the hot spots, felt really good to just see everything, listen to all the history and stuff. You can tell Egyptians are very like proud of like the culture and stuff, and like of course he was telling me some of the conspiracy theories, some of the stuff he believes, some of the stuff other people believe. So it was just nice to hear some of the history and stuff. If I went back, I definitely would hear more of the history. Again, definitely would get souvenirs. Can't really get souvenirs just because of how I'm packed and stuff. So
Yeah.
It's just a great trip. But again, like everybody's looking to get a tip for something. So everybody's trying to help you. People are very helpful, but I'm not saying they're not being nice just to be nice, but they also expecting the tip. So have tipping money. I changed my currency out to Egyptian money just so that I could tip them in their money. You save a little bit of coin that way, but you don't have to. Of course, if you come there and you got US, they would love some US.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Other than that, I just went to the Egyptian museum, which was it was small compared to other museums, but you can tell that they are really trying to like build their city up to be more tourist friendly. Like they're trying to get more people to come out and visit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're easing up a little bit on some of the like I guess not cultural stuff, but some of the restrictions on like what people can wear and stuff like that, and just trying to amp up more security and stuff. Because even if people like it's like people like police officers and these like people that's protecting the embassy, like army looking folks everywhere, and they got these like old school ass guns and rifles and shit just standing on the street. Shit
Yeah.
look crazy, but they be like sleeping and stuff because I guess shit don't pop off like that. But
But when they do, you need to be ready because, like you said,
golly,
it's like a war
any
zone
moment.
any moment.
But it was dope.
Yeah.
I would definitely highly recommend going to visit. Once you pay for the flight, everything else is pretty. You can do like Nile cruises, eat on the Nile and the river and stuff. If you looking to party, do not go to Cairo. That is not a party place. That is not a place where you're going to be having like drinks and all this other stuff. They do have random little small places where they sell liquor and shisha and all of this and stuff. Shisha's kind of like everywhere, but like it's not a lot of bars and stuff or places that sell alcohol. So don't think you're going there to like club and stuff. They did say it is some places where you can like vacate there, but that's like on the Red Sea. I forget the name of those cities, but like don't go to Cairo. Like go to Cairo for the history.
Yeah. It's crazy in the Middle East with the Islamic culture. Like, drinking in public is frowned upon heavily. So,
Heavily, yeah.
yeah, for sure.
It's just it's. I mean, it's nice to see a different kind of culture like that, especially
Yeah.
coming from America. And it's like
Did you feel like any special type of way just being in Africa? That was your first time in Africa, right?
that was my first time in Africa for sure, and it felt special, but it didn't feel as special as if I would have went to like I think somewhere more like black, like black looking like me black versus looking
Yeah.
I don't even know the Middle Eastern.
They definitely look more Middle Eastern than like Nigeria and Ghana
Yeah, I
and
think
stuff
if I
like
went to Nigeria,
that.
Ghana, and stuff like that, like I would have
Yeah.
felt more like, oh, what?
Yeah. True, true, true. All right, man. I definitely can't wait to get to Egypt. Definitely gonna hit up Cairo,
Cairo, Giza.
Giza, all
The
that.
name of the city where the pyramids are is Giza. So, but
The
they also
pyramids
have
of
a new
Giza.
area too. So I mean, I say all that stuff about that impoverished looking area. They have an area called New Cairo where they got like this mall and all this other stuff that's built up. So they do have an area that's kind of like built up more for like tourists and stuff like that. I didn't really get to check it out too much just because the traffic was so bad and I was like tired some days. And I think it was gonna be like it was like a 45-minute ride. It was kind of close to the airport from where I was at, and I was just like, I'm not trying to be out there all day walking around. I'm not like a big mall person anyway, but highly recommend checking out the new Cairo area too with the mall and stuff.
Cool, cool. I think a lot of cities in the Middle East are trying to become more tourist friendly. They see like
Yeah, the money
Dubai and Abu
potential.
Dhabi, yeah, like they blowing up, so they trying to follow in behind. So that's dope that they are building up. It's just sad to see that they
It's
have been so impoverished.
yeah, it's sad,
Yeah,
man. And I will say it makes you very appreciative traveling of like, because even when talking to people from like almost every country I've gone to, other than like England area, the UK, when you go to these other countries, like them hearing and especially I think seeing like a black person do it too, they was like, "You from America? Like, don't nobody from America really come and like you just traveling? Like, you can just do
yeah,
that? Like what? Like we are very privileged in America. I don't know a better way
absolutely.
to say it, and I definitely don't want to like come back and be like, oh, preachy, like, oh, you need to really appreciate the stuff, like eat your leftovers and all that stuff. But
Hey, it's
it
people
is
in Africa
it is
starving.
people struggling everywhere.
Yeah,
Like the economy is bad in a lot of places, and
yes,
we ain't seen bad in America. Is all I'm gonna say. We ain't seen like we do have bad areas like everywhere else does, but the common level of bad in some of these areas, or not bad, the common level of poverty is way low. Like our standards in America are very high.
I understand. I understand. I think that's a really good synopsis. I hope you enjoyed your time there.
Yeah,
Like, how
definitely
soon would
enjoyed
you
it.
go back? Like, would you go back within 5 years if your friends are like, "Oh, we're gonna all go
Yeah,
to Egypt"?
I would go back in 5 years because I definitely feel like we can be like in and out, and not necessarily in and out. They even the people there kept telling me there's so many other different cities you can see inside of just
Mm,
Egypt. And again, you can just really go for like the cultural stuff, and of course going with friends, it'll be a lot less cost, more cost efficient. We can stay in different places and stuff. I think it would be real fun going with friends. I would definitely go. And then it's like some like resort areas too. You can stay by the Red Sea and stuff. Like yeah, we could freak it.
for sure. For sure. Definitely can't wait to do that again.
I will
Got
say
anything
I
else?
can. Well, last thing I guess is that like I think I seen this either on a movie or YouTube. I don't know where, but like struggle and stuff like that, like hard times and just having a common, whether it's an enemy or goal or something like that, definitely brings people together. So like all the stuff we be talking about with like not talking about, but stuff we feel about like racism and all this other stuff. When you worried about eating or you worried about finding drinking water or different things. And I'm not talking about like Egypt now specifically. I'm talking about just in general in some different countries and like that. When you have a common struggle, that definitely brings you together. Now, if you about to starve and you still being racist, it's something you an evil person. It's some evil in your heart. But for the most part, like I'm just kind of saying that like it's nice to see all these different cultures and talk to people who don't really just see you as like a black person and like a threat overseas. And it's a lot of places
Yeah.
overseas that just see you as like a person, like you just an American, which is
You're just a human
so
being.
yeah, you just a human being and you just an American, like you just from America. And it's just so
Yeah.
refreshing to go somewhere and just not be like, not have to just feel like you got to be like, oh, I'm black, like and have to
Yep.
keep
Identify in that
yeah,
way.
keep have to defending
Yeah.
it too, like yeah, I'm black, I'm this, I'm that.
Yeah.
So
You
that's dope
represent your
too.
whole community instead
Yeah,
of like, oh, I'm just a person from this country.
right.
Yeah, for sure. Hi, well, this has been another ZTT Zen Trap Travel. I'm one of your two hosts, Yogi LG.
It's MP
If you can't do nothing else, protect your peace.
and protect your energy. It's the Zen Trap.
We out.
We out.
Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
Let's go. Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Protect.
Your peace.
Protect your energy.
Take the time.
To free your mind.
Sit back and unwind. Stay on your mental grind. It's the vibe cultivators, the mood regulators, the negative thought slayers, the Zen Trap creators.
The manifesting duo, where the fuck else would you go?
Dropping gems daily, they dirty like Patrick Swayze.
Stay on the move, looking for some food.
The girl in my inbox, she found me on TikTok.
Spirit solid as a rock, my aura feel like some Crocs.
Nike, Gucci, Prada, Drake's me, but that shit don't validate.
Peace motivator, energy respirator, vibe authenticator, international players.
Zen trappers, not rappers. Negative thought clappers. Zen trappers, not rappers. Negative thought clappers. Protect your peace, protect your energy. Protect your peace, protect your energy. Protect your peace, protect your energy. Baby girl, back up off of me until you cleanse your energy. Baby girl, back up off of me until you cleanse your energy. Yogi LG,
And Zen P.
flights overseas, getting to the cheese.
The driver has my keys, and that's alright with me.
Ain't paid a toll, bargaining they soul.
Can't escape they mind, scared of mental grind.
City on my back, keep a couple stacks. Mentally strapped, welcome to the trap.